Well, welcome back to another edition of Tools and Trails. Today we're kind of doing an epic ride. Maybe not epic. Sure, epic. Yeah, let's go with that. But a very popular trail in Arizona, probably around the Phoenix area anyway. Probably the most popular trail or one of the most popular trails. Definitely, probably the most popular trail is the Backroad to Crown King. So everybody does this. It's kind of one of those trails you got to do once a year anyway. The trail changes a little bit from year to year based on runoff and snowfall and stuff like that, because we do get up into some pretty high elevations, but it's just one of those trails. You got to do it. And so it's going to be fun. We have 11 Jeeps in our group with Jim's Jeep Club, but the trail is packed today. There is, I bet, right where we're staging, we're doing an air down right now, and man, I bet there's 30 rigs here. It's nuts. So it's going to be a long day. I'm glad I brought some patience. I'm going to need all of it. So anyway, a little history about this trail is this used to be the way you would get from Phoenix to Prescott. So this trail goes all the way up to Prescott, Arizona. A lot of mining up in this area that we're going to. A lot of mines that happened. So real historic. So pretty cool. And the little town of Crown King that we're going to be ending up in, and then we'll go out to the freeway from there. But it's kind of a cool little town. A lot of people have winter cabins, or summer cabins I should say, up there. The temperatures get substantially cooler in the summertime, so a lot of people escape up there in the summer. But anyway, it's pretty nice. We'll stop in up there at the probably the restaurant and bar, which used to be a let's see, it's where the ladies of the evening used to hang out. Let's put it that way. And then we'll stop at the general store, grab some fudge, and we'll head on down. So hope you enjoy the ride. Glad to have you along today. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a long day. I know it is already, but we'll take it. We'll have fun. towards Crown King. This is always a good place to just kind of stop and regroup and double check, have a drink, use the bushes, whatever. Now from this point forward, there are 10 optional obstacles. So if you're feeling froggy, you take the tough one, or if you're just on a Sunday cruise, you can take it easy. Yeah, for the most part, this trip, we were up for the challenge, so we tried most of them.
Piece of cake. Uh-oh. Oh, nope, he's going down. Trying again. Come on, Scout, you got it. All right, charm. Third time's charm. Get a running. No, he's like, I'm gonna go up the easy way. Oh, come on, Scout. Somebody needs to spot him. Back up. This way just a little bit more. The tire's not going, Jim.
His tire on this side is not working, Jim. On your side.
I'll film. You come over and spot him better. There you go. That's better. There you go. I don't know if I got.
Bump his tire back.
You get a better view over here, Jim, of what he needs to do, I think. Lots of gas.
Bump it up.
There you go. There you go. Woohoo!
I was like, oh, his rear end's gonna crunch right in there, but it didn't. Boy, of course, making you look bad.
All right, jalapeno. Oh, show off.
Dang it. Yellow
Woo! Uh-oh. He went over. There you go.
You get it done.
I think I hit the back. Uh-oh. Am I good that way?
your seat.
Yep. No problem.
Hold on, he wants to try something. Piece of cake. You guys might want to move up.
So I decided to be different here. Just about got me in trouble. Everybody else went to the right or around, and I decided to try this path to the left here. Yeah, it just about didn't work out. Well, if you've been paying attention at all, you've noticed that most of the trail just keeps going up. And that's about right. So over the 35 miles of this trail, we gained just over 4,000 feet in elevation. So yeah, that's pretty much the trend, is up. But makes for some great views once you start looking back behind you. You see the lake back there and the distance, trail winding through the mountains. And so yeah, I think that's what makes it fun, is you just keep moving up. That's always helpful. Well, at about 19.5 miles in, come to this open area, wide open on both the left and the right, some camping areas available. Makes a great spot to just stop for lunch and get a group photo, check out the Jeeps, and have a little social hour. Somebody says there used to be some grapevines around here somewhere. I don't know, haven't found them. Now, taking off after the lunch break there, we head up the bottom of the creek. Now, this changed here a few years back. The road used to go more to the left here, up by around where you see the buildings and whatnot, but that was purchased by a mining outfit, and they started working this area a little bit, and so it rerouted the trail right up through the wash. Now, today, not that big of a deal, just some boulders and stuff to walk over, but I've been down this trail when there was probably a foot or more of water flowing down here, and I'm telling you, that can get challenging. Well, the farther we go, the steeper the trail gets, and find ourselves along a shelf road on the way up here. And I'm telling you, that drop off to the right, that's a ways down, and it's steep. It's no kidding. There's actually, sadly, some memorials at the bottom because there has been a few off-roaders go off of this edge. Narrow trail. You always seem to be meeting somebody. So, yeah, it's a pretty dangerous spot on the road. Yep, so as promised, here comes the traffic jam. All these guys coming back down. They've already been up there, they've had lunch, they've had a drink. Now they're coming down just as we get to the most difficult parts of the trail. And wouldn't you know it, to make matters even worse, it's along about here that we discovered that the Scout has a problem, and that is a transmission problem, as in it doesn't want to go. Not at all. So we set about pulling it. We figured, well, we're farther in than we are out, so let's just pull it as best we can. And it goes okay for a little while.
Woo! Yes!
Okay, it has been a rough day on the trail. It is about 10 after 5. We got stuck at this obstacle here because this guy in the Lexus decided that he could make it up here. Note the street tires, the crunched running boards. So we got to winch him out of the way so we can get out of the way and make it on up the trail. So everybody's just sort of hanging out. What else can you do?
Drive that some bitch like you live, hard and fast.
Whew. Drove right up that. Not many people did. Well, about the time we figured we had some road in front of us and we were on the run again, we discovered a flaw in our plan for towing the Scout up the hill. Yeah, at this particular corner, we trying to get it up and around the bends there, and ended up pulling the front tire right off the bead, and there she sat. So the next about hour to an hour and a half or so, we're getting the Scout tucked away off the trail so we could come get it later. And yeah, you guessed it, by the time we got everybody loaded back up, it was dark. So we got the bar and grill and bordello happening here. You can still stay there, by the way, but we're probably not going to stay too long. Just going to use the bathroom and probably head on down the hill. It's just getting late, so we will see how it goes. Well, we made it back from our trip up the back way to Crown King last night, kind of late. I think I rolled in the house here about 10:30, 11 o'clock, something like that. Anyway, the trip didn't go as planned. Let's just put it that way. I said when we started out, we were facing a ton of traffic, and man, that's no joke. It was packed. There was way too many people on that trail for it to be a very efficiently run trip, but we still had fun. Not our best trip, but we had a good time. So had a little trouble with the Scout, lost the transmission, it seems like, and at probably the worst place in the trail. And so trying to get that thing towed, and it was getting dark. We got some footage of that, I think. So man, turned into a long day because of that, and unfortunately he's got to go back up and get that, but everybody's okay. We all made it home safe. That's the thing that counts, and for the most part we all had a good time. So we were not able to go to the general store, did not get the fudge for the wife like I was hoping, so didn't get to spend any time having lunch, did not get to stop at the Cleaner Bar and Yacht Club, but it was just too late and those places were closed down. So, but some great wheeling. Tried all of the challenges except one challenge with the jalapeno here. Went through all of them. Really put it to the test, and she did really good. So that was a lot of fun. Got up into some snow towards the end when we're up at Crown King. Crown King's pretty high elevation. You're pushing probably about 6,000 feet, give or take a little bit. And we had a storm a couple of weeks ago that dumped some snow up there. So that made it kind of interesting and fun, especially at night in the dark. I mentioned we had the problem with the Scout. I also had a flat tire, and being the prepared guy that I am, not a problem. Had the spare, ready to go with the spare. No, it was flat too. So we're probably looking at some new tires on the jalapeno here. I've really been happy with these Falcon Wall Peaks, but they're starting to show their age, and they've been through some rough country. So I'm gonna have to look at some stuff. We'll see, but that's coming up. So this trail used to be a little funner kind of before the age of side-by-sides, because people would just go up with the Jeeps and then they would go out to the freeway and come home that way. Now with side-by-sides, people will go up to Crown King and then they will come back down the same way. And so they always get ahead of the Jeeps, and then timing just seems to work so that they're coming back down the trail about the time everybody in Jeeps is getting to the tougher spots and the narrow spots, and it just makes for a traffic jam. I have nothing against side-by-sides, but it's changed the trail a little bit, and it's no joke. The trail does have some difficult spots. We had some video of a guy up there in his Lexus with street tires. Guys, if you're not set up for it, you got no business being there. Don't go there. It just causes problems on some of these trails, and that's what we saw. So it just adds to the confusion, adds to the congestion, and you know, gets everybody kind of riled up a little bit. But you know, it's all part of the fun. It is definitely a trail that you have to do at least once. We try to do it once a year. I think we just caught a real busy weekend for whatever reason, and so we'll do it again. I know we will. It's always fun. It's always fun to get to the destination on the other end too. So, but with that, we'll sign off. Certainly appreciate you joining us for this trail. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like and the subscribe and everything on the videos there, and we'll see you next time on the next episode of Tools and Trails.